Hey, what's up, Empires and Puzzles family? Marky Mark here. If you have a minute to subscribe to the channel, it is always appreciated. Doing a video today because we have two new heroes that dropped in the Wilderness Summon. So I'll go ahead and click here on the Wilderness Summon. I was thinking about it, and I don't know, is there even an event tied to this summon? I think this is one of those portals where it just is a random portal, but I might be forgetting some event or something that happens that's the Wilderness event. I don't know. Anyhow, we have the Wilderness Summon, and two heroes dropped. The first one is Maud here. Maud. I don't know how you say it, but let's just have a quick look and see what we're dealing with here. See if it's worth pulling for. So Maud, I mean, the overall power is good. You know, it's a modern Empires and Puzzles hero as of, I guess, spring 2025. And class, you know, wizard class, family, just have a quick look at this, the Woodland Fawn family. So heroes become stronger when teamed with other unique heroes of the same family. Bonus for 1-2 heroes. I find this so funny. It's a family bonus, but you can still get a bonus for just having one. I don't know how that works. I don't know any families of one, but I guess that's a thing. Anyhow, 75% or 100% chance to resist mana reductions and mana status ailments. Each successful resist by this family gives this character 5% mana, 50% or 100% more damage dealt against minions. So, I mean, it's a pretty good family bonus, and all kidding aside, it's kind of nice to have it just for the one hero. Resisting mana reductions and whatnot. It's helpful in the current meta. And then, of course, being able to hit more against minions is good. What I don't know is if this is just regular minions or it includes the Mega Minions, but I will assume it includes the Mega Minions, which is actually very helpful because they're kind of becoming a bit of a problem in the current meta. Now, two passives, which is, again, becoming pretty normal in our heroes now. This character has an innate resistance against insanity. So, I mean, that's great. I find the challenge with the passives is there's so many heroes and passives that you can get on your team now. You just forget that what a hero's passive is, and, you know, you forget what heroes you're fighting even, give insanity. And so it's a great kind of niche passive to have, but in my opinion, most people, I think, are going to just forget that your hero can even do this, unless you're using the hero all the time. The other one, resist attack reduction. This character has an innate resistance against status ailments, stacks, and wither effects that affect attack. And again, I think that's a useful one. You know, wither has become a bit of a challenge or a problem in the game since the goblins were released. Now there's some other families and heroes that do it too. But again, I don't know how often you're fighting a hero that's withering your attack. So will you remember that Maud has this passive and you should use Maud against, you know, the wither heroes? I don't know. I know myself, I would probably not remember that that's a thing. But if you're using the hero all the time, or if you have just a killer memory and you can remember all these passives, then you could probably put Maud to good work in your attack teams, countering some of your opponent's defenses. All right, let's look at the stats here real quick. Attack 1793, right off the jump, that seems pretty high for a hero. 1451 in today's day, again, spring 2025 seems about normal. And then 2939 health seems kind of average. Special that this hero does is Hear Catch. So running at average speed, so that's a good thing. Deals 500% damage to the enemy with the lowest remaining HP. Deals 260% damage to all other enemies. So this is a good hit. It's a good special in many ways. But the thing I don't always love about these kinds of specials is when you're dealing high damage to the enemy with the lowest HP, you're probably just finishing off a hero. And it's quite possible that, especially if maybe it's your second or third time charging Maud and using this special, that, you know, 260% would kill almost any of the heroes. So yeah, sometimes when I look at one of these 500 to the enemy with the lowest remaining HP, it's what I don't like about it is it kind of takes choice away from you. So in today's game, you know, there's sometimes revive heroes like an Astrid, which can be a real problem. And maybe they have a little more HP than another opponent that has lower HP, another hero on the defense that has a lower HP than Astrid, but you may want to try and take Astrid out because Astrid's going to be a problem reviving people and whatnot. So all that to say is I don't always love it when they take the choice away from me, but that's okay. The other part of this hero is the enhanced dodge. So the caster gets a 60% chance to dodge special skills that deal damage. This effect lasts until the caster successfully dodges 3 times. So this special dodge, the caster basically, Maud would get this and could use this dodge 3 times, and will have the dodge special until she dodges 3 times. And again, every time, let's say I'm attacking Maud, every time I try and attack Maud, I have a 40% chance of hitting Maud, and therefore maybe just taking her out, killing her right away. Where she has a 60% chance of dodging, and she will for sure get 3 dodges. So on paper, this sounds kind of cool. It's like, oh wow, that's awesome. This could roll on for forever. But I think in practice, she can potentially get killed before she ever dodges 3 times, because every time, if let's say again I'm attacking Maud and I've got 3 snipers charged up, and I just go ham on Maud and get 2 of those hits off because I have 40% chance of hitting her, I might just wipe her out anyway. So it's not like a bad special per se, but it's just, I think when you read it, you think like, oh, it's gonna roll on for forever, where it's really no different. It's just a way that they've set the special up, but it's no different than say a hero that has dodge for say 6 turns or 5 turns. And I find with heroes that have any special for 5 or 6 turns, usually you can charge them up by the time that 5th or 6th turn comes, and it just kind of rolls on and on. And so really you're just, what I'm getting at is you're really just dealing with a 60% dodge here. That's the bottom line. After the enhanced dodge ends or is removed or replaced, the caster gains 10% mana. So that's a nice little bump. There's a lot of heroes and places where you can get those mana bumps as well in the game. So it's always an added bonus, but to me it's almost more like that last thing. The 10% mana is a bit more like kind of like a passive. I think there's a lot of heroes that have passives that do stuff like this too. So no complaints, but I don't see it as being like, wow, that's a game-changing point of this special skill. All right, last but not least, what's it called? If you double limit break, you get the special boost at the start of each turn. This hero's ability deals an additional 30% damage for 6 turns, so that's a pretty good one. Nice, she's already hitting pretty hard, so you get that 30% damage up, and I can see she can hit pretty hard right off the jump. And I think that's pretty much it. So let's just roll along and look at the other new hero here, Yolanda. So here's Yolanda. Yolanda is a sorcerer class, same woodland fawn family, so all the same stuff that Maud has, Yolanda also has. Her passives, I believe, let me just see. Yeah, it looks like the same passives, resistance against insanity and resistance against attack. So everything that applied to Maud is the same here. They're not bad passives or whatever, but the challenge I find is just remembering who does what. And then in terms of her stats, again, decent attack stats, 1756. Seems like about average defense and average health there, so nothing too crazy. Special skill is Captivating Illusions, so she's running at an average speed. Deals 450% damage to the target and nearby enemies. So I think this is a great special skill right off the jump. Like, just 450% direct damage. Back in the day, you would sometimes have snipers that would hit one hero with 450% damage, let alone 3. So that's pretty good, and hitting pretty hard with the attack stat there. So I would say there's no complaint on my end in terms of just a direct damage dealer here. And then she also has an enhanced dodge. Cast her nearby allies get a 55% chance to dodge special skills. And this one I like a little bit better because she is not just enhanced dodging for herself, but she is doing it for herself and nearby allies. And so you improve your rate of getting, if you're using Yolanda, you're going to get hit less, and your team's going to get hit less because she's not just helping herself, but she's helping those around her. This effect lasts until the ally successfully dodges 3 times. All right. Yeah. So I mean, I think this is a step up to me. So far, not even finishing the card, I would say Yolanda is the better choice in my opinion. She's the one I'd get. I do like that, the damage dealing. I like that she gives a dodge to herself and allies around her. And all the stuff I said about the enhanced dodge for Maud applies to Yolanda and the allies. And then after enhanced dodge ends or is removed or replaced, one random enemy gets minus 55% accuracy for 3 turns, and one random enemy takes 684 bleed damage over 3 turns. So all I'll say to this is that's a nice little perk at the end. Definitely helpful. But what I don't love is similar to Maud's special, this kind of thing takes the decision making out of your hands and puts it to random chance. And so anytime you have a hero that has kind of a random element to their special that you can't control, I find it's just less advantageous than being able to apply, target, and do what you want to do in the game. So it's not a bad thing. These are great kind of after enhanced dodge things that happen, but it might not happen to the hero or opponent on the other team that you want it to happen to, and so that's kind of sucky. All right, last but not least, special armor. Start of each battle, hero gets 40% defense against special skills for 6 turns, so that's a great special to start with. No complaints there. Yeah, so those are the 2 new heroes, Yolanda and Maud. In terms of should you pull for them? Should you wait? Is it worth it? Those are questions that in my opinion, really depends on your kind of budget and sort of how you play the game in that regard. And so for me personally, the Wilderness Summon isn't a summon that I think I've ever done, other than, after collecting coins or whatever for free pulls. Because I think there's just better summons. I think the Covenant summon is a little bit better in terms of the heroes and the value and stuff that you get in it. And in terms of going after these 2 heroes, I think they're good heroes for today's game. I don't think they're anything too special. I would give Maud about a B, in my opinion. And to be a B is she's solid, she's good. If you get her, worth leveling, double limit breaking, etc. Of course, contingent on what else you're working on. But in a couple years, probably, she's going to be on the back of your bench. And Yolanda, I would give a B+. I think she's a little better than Maud. But again, I don't know in a couple years' time if she's still going to have that hanging relevance. It's still kind of annoying to deal with, or still super awesome on your attack team. So really good heroes for today. If you get lucky and pull one of them, definitely level them up. But I think there's better heroes in the game. And even the other 2 featureds here, Grovert and Wealthio. If you get one of them, I actually think they're a bit better heroes to pull. So that's it. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Let me know in the comments if you agree, disagree. Let me know if you pull one of them and if you have any initial thoughts. I could be way off here, but I hope you have fun playing. If you do make pulls, good luck in the pulls. Thanks so much for watching this one. Stay blessed. We'll see you at the next one.